Hello, everyone. How you doing? We are live. Welcome aboard. Welcome to my channel, Marriage, Politics, and Sports. I'm trying something new right now. I'm trying to simulcast on Facebook, and I'm getting all kinds of warning messages that I don't have enough memory here and enough memory there, but we're going to forge ahead. I may have some folks coming up. If not, I'll be going solo. But you're on the swivel at the sports bar. So we're going to talk a couple of things, mostly NFL, because we had the Super Bowl. And then we're going to talk a little bit of NBA talk. Like those are the two main ones that I talk about. And then after that, I talk about some other banter that might be interested, some things that have happened that folks might want to talk about. Maybe some folks will come up, or some people hit that like button on Facebook, hit that like button here in on YouTube if you just want to listen in, and we'll just go from there. And anytime anybody wants to come over, I'll drop the link and let you come up. You just have to go on camera for a second so I know who you are. So let's go from here. So let's get started. Hey, so of course we have to talk about Super Bowl. The Super Bowl 58. And some people liked it, some people didn't. I thought it was a pretty good Super Bowl, right? Especially the second half and overtime. They had some questions of that, some of the players didn't know the overtime rules. And what difference does it make? All you got to do is score. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. Just score and stop the other guy from scoring, and then you'll win. Right. So the thing that was different with the Super Bowl, some people might not have known, is that usually the first team to score a touchdown wins the game. And if you hit just a field goal, the other team gets a chance to score a field goal or a touchdown. A field goal will tie the game, and then you'll have another possession. But if you score a touchdown after the other team scores a field goal, you win the game. If the other team has to punt the ball and you score a field goal, then you win the game. But this time, whether you scored a touchdown or not, the other team was going to get a chance to play and see if they could score a touchdown. And you would just play until somebody wins the game. So no shortened rules and stuff like that. So to me, it's pretty straightforward. I don't understand why anybody would have some issues with that, but they did. But it really doesn't matter. In overtime, all you got to do is score and stop the other guy from scoring, and then you'll be all right. All right. So, of course, here's during the start of the playoffs, I picked my teams, and out of all the combinations, I had 3 losses. I had the Chiefs losing to the Bills, by the way, and I don't know why I had that, but I did, and the Chiefs won. I had the Ravens beating the Chiefs, And of course, Lamar Jackson came up short again, as he does in the playoffs. But I give him a pass because I was happy he won the first game, the first playoff. But his record is, he's got a negative record in the playoffs. And, there's more, uh, there's people who want to see him win a championship, get to the championship. That's what they want him to do. And then, of course, on the other side, I had the Cowboys beating the Packers. And I don't, I thought that was an easy pick, but they blew that. And then, of course, I had the 49ers going to the Super Bowl. And of course, I had Kansas City beating the 49ers. I was happy about that. So overall, I did pretty good with my picks, right? Nobody can say it's obvious, right? All right. So let's talk about Patrick Holmes for a second. I mean, if you this guy's 28 years old, he's making, I don't know, $400 million on his contract, and I'm sure they'll pay him anything he wants when that contract needs to be renewed. He's got 3 Super Bowls, 3 MVPs. His playoff record is 15-3. 15-3. And he has 2 regular season MVPs and 1 Offensive Player of the Year award, and of course 6 Pro Bowls as a starter. Okay, so this guy is he's amazing. Now, of course, Tom Brady is still a GOAT with his seven championships. And so, nobody can really take that away from Tom. But listen, Pat has Tom played to be 45 years old. He played at 45 years old. So I don't know, man. My man has a shot. My man has a shot to become the GOAT, right? So, listen, if you play that long, and he gets that kind of longevity, who knows? Who knows? Um, okay, so you can't see the thing. All right. So that's cool. Anyway, I was checking on my Facebook, and all I can see is me. I have to find. I'm gonna play with it some more. Now I'm just streaming, but nobody can see. I got the charts up on YouTube, and people can't see the charts to follow, but that's okay. I'm talking over them, so it's not a big deal. Let me go back. Let's see what's next. All right. So the question comes now: is Kansas City a dynasty? Do they have a dynasty or not? Right? If they went to 6 straight AFC championship games, they went to the Super Bowl 4 times, and Pat Mahomes won 3 of them. He lost one of them, of course. I believe that was to Brady. And I mean, is it a dynasty or not? How many Super Bowls do you have to win? In a close proximity to be called a dynasty. Now, these guys want to come back next year. And if they come back next year, no team in the history of the NFL ever won 3 Super Bowls in a row. That's the goal. They want to win 3 Super Bowls in a row. Hey, listen, folks, if you're coming by, please hit that like button. You can leave a comment if you're just watching. Uh, if you have a sports question, fine, you can put it in the chat and whatever, So let's just keep going. So this is, it was a good season. Kansas City didn't look like the best team all year, but when it counted, they played the best. That's championship caliber football. All right. Okay, so that brings us to Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson won an MVP again, right? So he's an MVP for the second time. And he almost was unanimous. One guy voted against him, but he's the very first MVP to ever win uh, without being in the top 10 in passing or the top 10 in touchdowns. So does he actually deserve the MVP? I mean, what I'm saying is this got this love-hate relationship. The NFL has this love-hate relationship with Lamar Jackson. One of the things I think is because he's box office. Now, when you say box office for the NFL, since they sell out everything, and all that kind of stuff. But I think they uptick. That uptick in capacity of people watching when Lamar's on the field. I mean, whether you love him or hate him, people like to see him play. And what people really want from him is to see him play at his best in the playoffs. In the playoffs. Now, I don't blame him for losing that championship game to Kansas City. I mean, he was a part of it. He threw that bad interception. I don't even know why he threw that pass. But for some reason they stopped running the ball. The other player had that stupid taunting call, and then he fumbles in the end zone. And even though that was a hustle play, they probably would have had a good chance to score if he would have just, tried his best to get in. Even if he was at the 1 yard line, I think they would have scored. They had a good enough offense to score that close to the goal line. And that would have changed the whole tenor of the game, because as bad as they were playing, that touchdown would have put them within 3 points, I believe, something like that. That makes it a whole new ball game. But just getting back to Lamar Jackson, it's questionable whether he deserves this MVP or not. I would have gave it to McCaffrey. I would have actually gave the MVP to Chris McCaffrey, right? Because the guy had a sensational year. Matter of fact, some people say they should have ran him more in the Super Bowl. You know, they should have just kind of relied on him a little bit more in the Super Bowl. Maybe it would have been a different outcome. But what can you say, man? It is what it is. And I wasn't mad at seeing Mahomes win another one. But getting back to Lamar, hey, listen, next year, brother, you got to keep on getting there, but you got to get to a Super Bowl. I wouldn't say you have to necessarily win it, but you have to get through the playoffs, especially if the Ravens are so good during the regular season. You got to be able to translate that shit into the playoffs. And that's what everybody wants to see. Okay, so that's enough of football. The football season's over. And now we have to transition to all we have left is the NBA. And a lot of people, they have a love-hate relationship with the regular season with the NBA because there's so many games. But the one thing that happened in the NBA that I think was good, and I'll give the commissioner, who I don't necessarily like for what he did to Kyrie Irving, is the fact that they punish teams for players sitting out. Yeah, and they're not injured just because they want to rest. On all that bullshit, man. Whatever I forgot what they call it. Management. Player management or some shit like that. So I think that's ridiculous. When people are paying premium dollars to see an athlete, they should show up. They should absolutely show up. Anyway, so what's coming up this weekend is the All-Star game. The first on Friday, they play the Rising Stars game where the rookies play the sophomore, and then they add some G Leagues. So they sprinkle the G League players with the rookies and with the sophomores, and then they play the game. And there's some good names here. Of course, Wembanyama, is Yama is one of the big guys. He should have a good game. Chet is a up and coming guy. Matter of fact, the Thunder have, I think, three guys on the team. They got at least they got three guys, two guys on the rookie team, one guy on the sophomore team, and their Thunder are pretty good for a young team. They should be around for a long time and getting better and better every year. So I would watch out for the Thunder. Maybe not this year, but they may not ever come close to the Harden, Westbrook, Serge Ibaka, and Kevin Durant teams. But that team never won a championship either, even though they could have. If they should have stuck around, but they couldn't pay them all. That was the problem. So I might watch this game because I like to see how the rookies play together and all that kind of stuff. So, there's something to look forward to in the NBA this weekend. It's All-Star weekend coming up. So here's the All-Star team, right? And this is the Sunday game. I didn't put the slam, who's in the slam dunk contest. I didn't put who's in the skills contest or the 3-point contest. Those are the things going on during the week. And but we got something to look forward to this weekend right after the Super Bowl. So it won't be a drought, so some sports coming up, so get your chicken wings ready and all that kind of stuff. And get some sports. I always like to go and see how the power rankings change during the week. And there's some interesting things here, like the Cavaliers are having a good year. Uh, they even have them over the Boston Celtics over the past week. They look a little stronger. Even Boston has the best record in the NBA. The Clippers are doing well. Minnesota's doing well. Lo and behold, the Knicks are on on the power list, even though they had a bad streak lately. Thunder again, the Nuggets, Dallas has improved because Kyrie is back, and somehow they got to get him and Luca playing better together. And I think it's starting, so it's starting, and they're looking like they're warming up. But if you look at their record, it's a positive record, but it's not one of the best. The Lakers has had a good week, good couple of weeks. Mr. Glass seems to be healthy. Now, I don't want to jinx him, and maybe he won't get hurt, and he'll be able to play out the season. And of course, the Golden State Warriors finally got over 500. That's if Draymond stays from going crazy and whatever the hell's bothering him. And they play better. They got to play better defense, but they're like in 10th place. So they are going to be in the playing tournament unless they can get to the 6th place. And then we're going to look at the standings in a little while to see how much they got to go. But they really, really started out poorly. But what is the playoffs without Golden State in it, though? You know what I'm saying? So the NBA needs Golden State to somehow, manage to get into the playoffs. So, so we fingers crossed for those guys. All right. So one of the things I like to do is compare two up and coming players against each other that people like, that people think are going to be popular, that have to be part of carrying the NBA forward, right? And, people are talking about Tyrese Maxey. People like it. They like his moxie. He's no Allen Iverson, but he's tough. He's aggressive. He can take it to the basket. He can shoot pretty well. He got to shoot a little bit better. And so he has promise. So he has a lot of promise. And so I like him. So I compared him to LaMelo Ball. Now Ball's just coming off of an injury, so just a second, everyone. All right. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. I think you gonna kiss me on the screen. Golly. That's all right. I appreciate it. Yeah, be careful going down the stairs. Anyway, I'm back. So the Melo Ball and he's pretty good. I mean, if you look at his numbers, if you look at LaMelo's numbers, they're pretty good. Uh, and they both been in the league for a short period of time, 4 years. LaMelo's on tap to sign a big contract and hundreds of millions of dollars. And he was hurt last year, and so now he's back. The problem is the Hornets suck. That's that's the problem. We don't hear from him. We don't see him because the Hornets suck. Now, some of that might be his fault, but they got to put some players around him. The problem is with their players, they're out there, I'm going to say this, they're out there impregnating all the IG models instead of playing basketball. I'm stretching it a little bit, but that's what it seems like. Who on that team is wants to be a serious basketball player? Now LaMelo can play. This guy is better than. I think the fact that their team sucks and they're not really on regular TV at almost at all. Man, Jordan be damned, nobody cares. We're missing a guy in his formative years who could be box office. He might have to get out of Charlotte. He might have to actually get out of Charlotte so his star can shine on a team that's worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, that's just how it goes. So I like to do this little matchup with two players. So every week I come up with a slide to say, hey, this player, matched up against this player. And I'm not really against them, but just up and coming guys who are good in the NBA. And I'm gonna try to keep this going as long as the season's going because there's a lot of players in there. So I'll do centers sometime, I'll do forwards, I'll do folks that are not household names but are having good seasons. I said, what about this guy against that guy? What about this six man of the year against that six man of the year candidate? That kind of stuff. So um it's all good. All right, so here's the standings. The standings, a lot of people, like I said, if you're on Facebook, you don't see these. I have the charts. So I have to work that out so you can see what I'm seeing here, share the screen and all that kind of stuff. But you hear me talking. So I have the standard with the West and the East. And, so like I said, the Golden State Warriors are number 10. And right now, if the season were to end, they would have to play in to get into the playoffs, right? I think 7, 8, 9, and 10 have to play in for the right to hit the seventh or the eighth spot to get into the playoffs. So, but they're up and coming. They're coming. So let me see. They're 26 and 25, and the team that's in sixth place is 32 and 22. So in the loss column, the Golden States are only 3 games out of the sixth spot. So if you get to the sixth spot, you don't even have to go through the playing game tournament. So that team in that sixth spot, there is tenuous at best. So they could fall back to 7, 8, 9. And Golden State, if they get hot, they can make up those 3 games way before the end of the season. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep an eye on that one. But I don't care if they're in the playing games. We just want to see Golden State go ahead and fight because I wouldn't want to play them even in the playing tournaments because if they need to win 1 or 2 games, it's hard to stop Curry from banging down a couple of 3 pointers when you least you need him to shoot. There's the NBA injury report. I'm not going to click that link. I keep the injury report just in case, we want to look team by team if there's like a massive injury that we want to find out. I'll click that link and it's always updated every week. So I'm not going to click the link now. So it's just me here talking to you guys. I'm not going to do that. All right. So other sports talk. So I got a couple of slides left and I gotta put some more in here. But there's the two biggest things that people are talking about after the Super Bowl and and, and the Super Bowl halftime. All right. And here goes. The first thing is the kiss seen around the world. The kiss seen around the world. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey, right? Do you think this romance is real, and do you think it's gonna last? Now, do I really care? I hope the best for them. I'm a married man. I like to see couples get together, and for me, they look like they're pretty. I don't want to say equally yoked, but maybe they are. Even though he's kissing a billionaire, so those lips gotta taste like money. You know, they gotta taste like money. And so everybody was making this hoopla and shit over. Oh, hold on for a second. I'll get you. I see you in the chat. Wait a minute. Who is this in the chat? Hey, Trey Ferg, I sent you the link, man. If you wanted to come up, man, you got the link. Do I need to send it to you again? Because I do have the link. It was in your email. You probably don't even look at your email, man. So wait a minute. So I got you. If you want to come on up for a second, you guys got me running solo, man. But that's cool. I was doing good. Yeah. No, no, you don't have to check, man. There it is right there, man. I just put the link there. So you should see the link. So if you want to pop up, man, you can pop up there. We can chop it up, man. I'm not in a hurry. You see the link, brother? It's there. Whenever you're ready. So anyhow, man, this the one thing Taylor was smart about, because she's strategic. When they were doing the award ceremony and stuff like that, she stayed away because she didn't want to steal any of the thunder. And if she would have came down, she damn sure would have. And so she was smart by not doing that. I give her some credit. So after every all said and done, all the MVP was announced and all this kind of stuff, she shows up down there, and after everybody shakes hands and all that, she, she finds her boo and she plants a big one on him and shit. So what can you say, man? This is I think so many people started complaining about her being in the stands in a private box because they kept putting the camera on her. I thought that was so stupid. Who cares? Who cares? She was worth like $400 million to the Kansas City Chiefs. $400 million just by her standing in that booth. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. And I don't know if you're still out there, Trey Ferg. Because I sent the link. It's in the chat, so you can get it if you need to. But there was a couple other things. See, now the other thing that is a backstory to this is his previous girlfriend. I see you. I see you. Hold on. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, Rob Payne, man?
What's happening, man?
Hey, just just enjoying the day,
All right.
listening in on you.
Yeah, man. I'm glad
Yeah.
you're here, man. I only got this slide and one more left, man. But if you had something to say, if you had something to say about the Super Bowl, you can say it.
I mean, it was a good Super Bowl, man. It kept you engaged all the way to the end, man. That's what the Super Bowl is about to me, man. It's the two best teams in each conference battling it out.
Right.
You come down to an OT, somebody's bound to make a mistake. So I don't know why people get so caught up that, oh, they should have did this, they should have did that. Hell, you're talking about a Super Bowl champion in Kansas City, we know what they're gonna do all year. They always in the game, regardless. So the fact
No
that
doubt
shit,
about it. No doubt about it.
you know,
Hey, listen, it's so funny. I was trying to simulcast on Facebook, and I don't know what
hmm
the hell I'm doing, right? So it just shows me talking to the screen. I don't even know if the sound's coming out. So you gotta try shit. So that's what I was doing. But you're right. The Super Bowl was good. I thought that I was glad they changed the rules in the overtime because they got to play
hmm
until somebody wins. So that's
yeah,
why the clock is almost immaterial, right? Because you got to
hmm
play till somebody wins. But the fact is, they changed the rule from even if you scored a touchdown first, the other team is going to get a chance.
yeah.
You know,
I
so
mean,
I like that. And then some of the players said, "Well, I didn't know what the new rules are." I said, what the hell do you care?
nah, come on, man. Our
You just
pain. They've been
score.
doing this year in the
Uh,
middle of the season.
Yep. The point is, who cares? Just score. I mean, you don't need to know what the rules are. Just score.
They knew what the damn rules are. They knew what the rules are. Those executives, those GMs, man, they going to meetings about this all off season long.
Oh
They
no, I
passing
know,
the
but
memos now.
some of the players said they didn't know what the rules
Yeah,
are.
but they knew too. It's not just it just didn't happen like for the playoffs. It's
No,
been
no,
in play a couple
I
years.
hear you. I agree with you. My point is, it's immaterial, right? If I'm playing in overtime, right? All all I care about is scoring and stopping the other guy from scoring. I don't give a shit what the
hmm
rules are. We're playing football. I don't need to
That's
know what
it.
the scoring rules are. If I score and you don't, I win.
Exactly.
That's it.
I
So
like it. I like the old way. the first team to score any points wins the game. I like that rule better. I did.
I'm glad
I
they
mean,
got rid of that shit
yeah, that's
because
them owners.
here's the reason. It was a bad rule because you get these guys where you want the intrigue of the game where you want the offenses to get a shot to score until and then after that it could be sudden death. And so I thought even when they did the field goals, I still didn't like it. I still didn't think they went long enough. And then they changed the quarter down to 10 minutes instead of just 15 minutes. I didn't like that because you could get more ties. And that's the regular season. But in the Super Bowl, I didn't worry about it because the winning team, you're gonna play until somebody wins, even if it goes 10 quarters. You
Hmm.
know. So, but I hear you. I know. I mean, people have preferences. I heard what your preference is, but I'm glad they changed that. But I wish they would change the regular overtime too. And they won't do this, not with 10 minutes. You score a touchdown, I score a touchdown, and they're not gonna. Whoever scores the first points, they're gonna go back to the regular rules in the regular season anyway. And so this is this. So what do you think about the kiss seen around the world, brother? You're here, so I gotta ask you.
I'm saying, listen, man.
Go ahead.
It's all listen. I can see them kissing in the moment. You're happy for your mate that they won the game, they won the championship. Yes, but it just seems like what they do. It's all acts to me because
You think they just chime in for the camera?
yeah, I mean, of course they using this and eating this up, man. All of them's uh, this ain't doing them a line in both of them's pockets. Kelsey is starting to be on more commercials now. His jersey number has gone up. Taylor Swift is bringing money to the whole city of Kansas City. Hey, I'll play it up too.
But hey Trey, you know what? You know what? The real thing is, Kelsey could write his own ticket now with Kansas City.
Yeah, of
If they
course.
stay together, man, his contract is up. They're gonna say, man, what do we got to give you to keep your ass here, man? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So he sees
Yes.
a big bargain chip. Hey, man, it pays to fall in love with a billionaire.
Yes, it does. And they not gonna go. And they look. I don't think they'll get married. I think they'll just date for a few years just to keep the intrigued minds,
They're
thinking a
gonna get.
lot. But
You know what?
I don't
That's a
know.
good bet right there. They're gonna get married. Taylor Swift
Hmm.
is 304 her whole life. She's 35 years old.
I would not. But see, Travis Kelsey still holds the key to that, and
No,
he
no, 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 no. But
he
yeah,
ain't
he
gonna get
does.
married.
Well, no, he has to ask her. But Travis Kelsey, he was just in a relationship for 5 years.
Hmm.
So he ain't really a guy spreading the seed willy nilly. He don't got no baby mamas and shit like that. He's the kind of guy that
No.
can settle down. Listen, when I found out that the black chick was, hitting him up for $3,500 a month. If I'd have known that, I said, yeah, her days were numbered. Because I know Taylor Swift ain't asking her for no goddamn money.
Oh, those days is numbered. Those days is over with anyway.
Yeah.
Boy, she ain't getting no more money. But it goes to show what we talk about. When they
Yeah.
want to have fun, they gonna grab my sister, but they ain't gonna marry her. They just gonna have fun,
Oh
like
yeah. You notice that she
So
was. I don't think she ever was in that booth. She was
I
never in the
think
booth.
I saw a few times, but who is she? And nobody knows who she is. She's not making millions of dollars,
Well, yeah,
just
but
being
she
who
was.
she is. I've
Apparently,
seen
she
her a
was.
few times in the booth.
Okay, I never even noticed
Yeah,
her in the booth.
yeah,
Well,
but
because
that's what I'm saying. It's not that
nobody
important.
was really looking at shit. So my
Mhm.
thing is really that they had the truth of the matter. They had broken up even a full year or more before he met and fell in with Taylor Swift. So he didn't
Mhm.
really leave her for Taylor Swift. They were broken up already.
Yeah,
So I
it
got
was
one
over.
more for you. I got one more for you. Okay, I got one more for you. There you go. The hugs seen
Yeah,
around the world,
man.
man.
I
Go
was
ahead.
jealous. I was jealous of that, man.
Uh, uh, uh,
It should have been me hugging her on stage, man. I was jealous, man. I told my wife, man, look at Usher. Usher, hey.
Hey, Usher's a
Hey,
nasty motherfucker, man. You know what I
hey,
mean?
listen. Our payment, everything that you saw was already pre-approved.
I
So
know
it's
that.
not
I
like,
know that. Well,
you
first of
know,
all,
hey,
that's what I want to ask you. If this, see, I know it was pre-approved, but you see all the content creators going crazy around the YouTube space on how
yeah,
Usher was wrong and all this. And I'm saying, I think my thing was much ado about nothing. That's what I'm saying.
it's
You know,
exactly. Not much to do about nothing.
yeah. So I
Think
said,
about
man,
it. we,
this
we,
is
we,
tripping
we
me out. Go ahead, go ahead.
brother, we jealous on both fronts. The women are jealous of Alicia Keys because she has everything that they don't, and
Oh
brothers are
boy,
jealous of Usher because regardless of what Usher's past is about, Usher has a residency in Vegas, and Usher
yeah.
still can hug up on women like Alicia Keys.
Yeah, like he owned him and shit, man. And
So
she look at
hey,
that smile. Let me tell you, look at the smile on her face, right? I mean, that's not fake. Not that she want him hugging her, but she felt comfortable doing what she was doing. No, there's no violation in this picture anywhere because she understood that's part of the act. This
yes,
record they made is like 10, 15 years old,
yes,
so they
our,
know each other for 20 years or more.
yes, and her husband knows who Usher is too.
Right,
If it wasn't approved, you wouldn't have saw this. It would have been completely different.
right.
So I don't know what the big uproar is.
It's crazy.
It, it's gonna make both of their album sales go up. Usher's gonna be on tour all summer
Right.
and look and everybody look every city he goes to and whoever is a celebrity from that city go up on stage and they gonna be getting Kiki Palmer and Alicia Keys all day long. So what's
All
the
day
big
long.
deal?
All day long. That's part of his shtick, man.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the halftime show in general?
I thought it was a good show, man. I thought Usher, it shows his growth, it shows his longevity, and he put on a good show, man. It was one of the better shows I've seen, in recent years. He was able to, show his dancing skills, his skating skills. Of course, we all know he can sing, and the songs that he created, with that "Burn, Let It Burn" album,
Yeah, yeah.
man, shoot, come on, man, he crossed over. You know,
And
he
you
ain't
think
on the
that
chitlin circuit no more.
exactly. I like it. I like the guests. Alicia Keys being one of them. Ludacris showing up, man.
hmm
I thought it was pretty good. I think they did a
But
good job. I gave it a B
eh,
plus.
now, I agree with your grade, and the reason I agree with your grade is because that damn Jermaine Dupri coming out there
I
with
couldn't
that
remember his
damn.
name.
Oh my God, man! Come on, man. Remember those little platform Easter shoes your sisters used to wear?
Oh
Then he got
man,
the little
Boy,
he got the
this
little Mexican girl socks on. Come on, man. Come
little
on, bro.
boy,
You too old for that
what's his
shit.
name? Little boy Port Leroy or some shit like that. I
I
said,
don't
man,
know,
what?
man. Little Boy Blue. I'm saying remember Little Boy Blue? Don't he have a uniform like
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I
Come
said,
on,
wait a
man.
minute, man. Come on, brother. Come on. I said, oh man, what the hell has he got on? With the white
Yes.
bobby socks and shit.
Oh man,
I
come
said,
on, man. The bow with the ruffles on the socks. That was
yeah, with
just
the
a
ruffles
killer.
on the
Like, come
socks.
on, dude.
It was like
This shit
it was
ruffles.
like Seinfeld with the ruffle shirt.
Man,
Oh
come
man,
on,
that
man.
was just too funny, man. I said, come on, brother. But these guys into that metrosexual bullshit, man. What can you say? I ain't wearing it, so I can only get so mad. But so this was a short show anyway, man. All of my fellas were, everybody was busy tonight. So I said the show must go on, whether somebody's there or not. You know,
Right,
so
right.
I'm cool, man. I had this was a shorter slide deck than usual anyway. And because now that the NFL's gone, it's only so much we could talk about basketball right now. And we do
Yeah.
have the All-Star game coming up this weekend. So, if you're into basketball, at least it's good sports weekend right after the Super Bowl. So it won't be a complete drought. Hey man, so what's going on tonight, man? It's where
I
you gonna be
mean,
at? Is there
mm,
some other? You gonna be searching around and see what panel you could jump up on
No,
or what?
no, of course, the one-on-one show we start at 8 o'clock. We're gonna conclude for
That's
the
right.
NFL season and the Super Bowl, and
That's
then
right.
just sort of dip and dab into the basketball season. Some of the things that did and didn't happen during the trade deadline.
Yes,
The
man.
All
Yeah,
Star game, this week. Which
that's
is
what I
really going
left
to be
off.
interesting. So
That's what I left off the trade deadlines. I didn't talk about that
yeah,
when I went through the NBA. I didn't talk about it, but that's okay. Because I thought the Knicks, got a guard and Spencer Dinwiddie went to the Lakers. I think that's going to be good for them.
yeah. I saw your
Uh,
list. When I saw your list, really quick, the two surprising teams to me were OKC and Cleveland. One of the disappointing teams to me was the Sacramento Kings, just where they
okay,
fall.
they fell
Because
out.
they
They
sort
fell
of
out of the top 10.
were they on your list? They were like what, 9, 8, something
Yeah,
like that. It's not.
they were 8 or 9. They were up there. So they might have had a bad patch, man. It's not like they can't come back, but they had a little bad patch, I would imagine. I mean, but
Yeah,
and it's not really with the record because their record is still better than Golden State's. It was just that over the past week or so, Golden State has been pretty hot.
yeah, they've been playing a little bit better. I think
Yeah,
Steve Kerr's philosophy is going to always hurt Golden State because they need another. They need a 6'10", 6'9" big body up in there. They need that. They just don't have that. They don't play
yeah.
with that style. It's more guard oriented. So I don't know.
I forgot about the 8 o'clock show. I guess I would have remembered. My wife came up here with like a plate of food, and I said, "Well, what are you?"
Yeah, it throws you off, don't it?
Yes,
That food throws you off.
the sense coming over here, man. I was like, "Oh my
Yeah,
God, what's that?" She had lamb chops, and first of all, I'm like on a diet, right?
that's good,
Well,
man.
I can't. Well, when I say diet, I eat. During the week I eat light, right? I eat a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, and I very seldom
Hmm.
eat heavy meals. I save that to the weekend, right? So she said she's in the mood for some lamb chops tonight, so she actually did cook lamb. So she brings a plate up here. I'm telling you, Trey, this shit's got to weigh at least 5 pounds.
Hmm.
The plate must weigh 5 pounds.
Hmm.
So my wife says, "Yeah, man, not tonight, brother.
Yeah,
You're gonna eat all of this stuff." And
yeah,
this is
your
about
mom. But see,
you
that's the beauty of that's the beauty of a wife. You know
no
what I'm
doubt.
saying? She throw all that shit out the window when everybody's talking in the streets, and she gonna make sure you well fed. She gonna bring your plate to you. You know what I'm saying? So the hell with these streets out here. I mean, shit.
Up a flight of stairs, 15 steps up the flight of stairs, man. She even gave me some
Yes.
sriracha next to it. Say, "Hey, you can pour this."
See,
Yeah, the wife is
that,
cool, man. She caters to
she
me.
like the hell. She like the hell with your diet. I'm married to you. God damn it. I need all your strength. You need all your strength for me.
Exactly.
Shit. Hey.
And I gotta get off anyway because it's Valentine's Day. I gotta go give her a
Yes,
kiss.
sir.
I got a
Yes,
whole
sir. You
bag.
might
You
as
know what's
well.
funny? I bought a whole bag of chocolate, right? It's still closed downstairs. So I gotta go get it. Say, hey, here's a little bit of chocolate. She don't eat that much
Uh,
chocolate. It's always.
brother, you late on paying, man. That's supposed to be breakfast, man. That's supposed to be first thing in the morning. Yeah,
That's
you better
all
get up off of here, man.
right. I'll be down there soon enough. Hey, man, after 36 years, I don't have to rush, man.
I
I'll
feel
see
you,
you.
man.
Yo, man.
Shout
So
out to all the married people. Yes, sir.
yeah,
Sorry
man, you
about
too,
that.
man. I'm glad you showed up, man. I need to,
Oh, no
talk to you
problem, man.
after.
Support,
Hey,
man.
listen.
Always support, man.
All right, man. Let me call it a quits tonight, man. I'll see you over there on the
All right,
other side.
brother. I'll
Later.
see you in a
Thanks a
bit.
lot,
Bye bye.
brother. Later. All right. So, hey, listen. So this is the end of the show. You know, anybody who came through, hit that like button. Uh, and I got to see how I'm gonna do a better simulcast on on Facebook. But it was something. Just an experiment. So it's just me talking. They don't see none of the slides. I don't even know if they heard my man. He was up here. I think they did because it's the mic. But anyway, you live and learn. You get better as you go. I'll fool around with Facebook. I might, I might still, simulcast again in the future if I can learn how to use all the gadgets. It's a whole lot more complicated on Facebook than it is on YouTube. And it's just push this button, push that button, and all this shit. Everything comes right up at you. Anyway, hey, listen. This was the first season, 11th episode of On the Swivel at the Sports Bar. And we're going to end it there. So, pain, marriage, politics, and sports. Over and out.